Vande Vrindavanacharam Vallavijana Vallabham Jayanti Sambhavam Dhama Vaijayanti Vibhushanam. We're looking at Yadu's description here. Sharanam Shatra. No, we finished with 25th shloka. Right. Yukta Dandam Amitranam Kritantam Samavartinam Dakshinam Lokapalam Tam Amanyanta Divaukasaha. So Divaukasaha, the Devas also thought of Yadu as an impartial ruler. So in their mind, probably they looked at Yama and they compared him with the god of death, Yama, Kritantaha, Samavarti, Pakshapata Rahitaha, Yukta Dandaha, Dandayudham Bibhran Asti Yamaha, Kintu Atratu Yaduhu Yukta Dandaha. He gives an appropriate aparadham to the people according to the crimes that they have done. He is also a Lokapala in a manner that Yama is also Lokapala. So Lokan Palayati api. He also takes their lives when it has to be taken away. The next shloka, Yashav Prasuna Surabhihi Yadu Santana Padapaha Babhuva Vibhuda Prityai Bahushakhaha Kshamatale. Now, to give the name of Yaduvamsha, this is the shloka that tells us that it is Yadu's Vamsha, which is like a fragrant tree, which had a lot of branches, and it made the earth like a fragrant with his prasuna, with all of his santati. So Yashav Prasuna Surabhihi Yadu Santana Padapaha Babhuva Vibudha Prityai Bahushakhaha Kshamatale. Kshamatale Bhumau. Kshama is Bhumi, so Bhumitale, Bhutale. Yadu Santana Padapaha. The tree here fully it is a Rupaka Alankaram. So Yadu's Santana, Yadu's Santati, the lineage of Yadu, Vibudha Prityai Babhuva. It became a source of delight for Vibudha, which is Vidusham Prityai Athava Devanam Prityai. This Vibudha double meaning we have seen earlier in the 5th shloka itself, 5th or 6th, somewhere there, or 4th. Shaurikatha Swadaha iti. Tatra Vibudha iti padasya arthadvayam drishtam asmabhihi. So Vibudha Prityai, Vidusham Prityai. The intelligent people in this world also were very happy to see the growth of Yaduvamsha. At the same time, the Devas were also happy to see the growth of Yaduvamsha in the sense that as kings were better and better in this Yaduvamsha, those kings were also righteous kings and they did yagam. Hence, the Devas also were very happy because of that yaga. Their strength comes from the yagam that these kings perform. That's why the Devanam Prityai Ityapi, it will also fit there. Now, what was present for the delight of the intelligent Vibudha? Yadu Santana Padapaha. Yadu Yadoho Santana Padapaha. Santana Eva Padapaha. That is his Santanam or Santatihi. His lineage is like a tree here. Yadu Vamsha is like a tree. And the Yashav Prasuna Surabhihi, it has Bahushakaha. There are a lot of branches in this tree also. And it is Yashav Prasuna Surabhihi. There are flowers which make it fragrant. So Prasunaihi Surabhihi. It is very fragrant because of the flowers that are there. So here in Yaduvamsha, it is because of Yashaha. This shloka itself lends to some 3 different meanings here, 3 different pakshas. You should put one tabular column and arrange it in that manner. This is all homework for you. So it is very easy for me to put a tabular column, share the JPEG and it will solve all things. But more than that, it is for you to work through that and try to fit it in your mind. And it'll be retained in your mind much better when you do it yourself. So, Yadu Santana Padapaha. Now, how do you split this word? You take it either as Yadunama Santana Padapaha. Santana itself means Kalpaka Vriksha. So, Santana or Kalpaka Vriksham, like the wish-giving tree. So, Yadu is like a wish-giving tree. kalpaka vriksha iva yaduhu asti yashav prasuna surabhihi. His fame is in the form of flowers and it is very fragrant. That is, it is spread in all directions. So Yadu's fame has also spread in all directions, like the Kalpataru. Bahushakaha, Yadu has also given rise to a lot of branches in the sense of Vrishni. There are many Yadukulas here. You have Bhojakulam, Vrishni, Andhaka, ityadi. I think in Kunti Stava there is a stotram at the end, the last shlokam enlists a lot of this thing. If someone can pick that up, it will be nice. So there are many shakha, many different clans that have come out of Yadu. So Bahu Shakaha. Kalpataru also has a lot of branches there. So Bahu Shakaha Padapaha. Vibudha Prityai. Now this Vibudha Prityai, Kalpataru, just as how it gives happiness to the devas there, in the same way, Yadu gives happiness both to the devas and the intelligent people or the scholars in this world. Kshamatale. Right? Now the next one is you take it as Yadu Vamsha. So Yadu Santanaha eva Padapaha. Split it in that manner. So Yadu Santanaha eva Padapaha ityukte Yadu Vamshaha eva Padapaha. So Yadu Vamsha, or you can take it as Yadu Santanaha eva Santana Padapaha. So the Santana can have two meanings here. One is Yadu Santana, the lineage of Yadu, is like a Kalpataru, or the lineage of Yadu is like any tree. Any tree. It need not be just Kalpataru. Okay, so again there also you have two more columns here. So one is Yadu, Yaduhu eva Santana Padapaha. The next is Yadu Santanaha eva Santana Padapaha, Kalpataru riva. So how does that fit here? The same meaning. Bahushakaha, the lineage of Yadu also has different branches. Not only did Yadu had a couple of children, those children also had further children to increase that lineage in such a manner that their fame also spread in all directions. So Yashav Prasuna Surabhihi will also fit there, Bahushakaha will also fit there. Now you don't need to compare it to Kalpataru, which is Vibudha Prityai, Devanam Prityai, but you can just compare it to a normal tree, which every scholar, every intelligent person will know the value of a tree in this world and understand why a tree is important to this world. You don't need to go to the Devas here. Any Vibudha, any intelligent person in this world understands the importance of a tree, right? So Yadu Santana, this lineage is like any normal tree which has a lot of shakha, and the moment you have flowers there and it spreads the fragrance, you also know that there are going to be a lot of fruits there and it is useful for the world. So there are so many things that he has put inside this just one simple shloka where every word is easy to understand. But to bring all of those meaning together, that is where Vedanta Desika's greatness comes in. You can go over the Pratipadartha and be more clear. Yeah. Haridas, Amikrala.
Try பண்ணிட்டு madam.
Yeah. Okay. Shankari.
Pratipadartha. Yashav prasuna surabhihi. Yashamsi kirtayaha eva prasunani pushpani. Taihi surabhihi. Sugandhi is big.
Sugandhi. Sugandhaha asya asti iti sugandhi pullinga.
Taihi surabhihi. So bihi is missing.
Taihi
surabhihi. So sugandhibhihi.
No. Sugandhi asti. Surabhihi asti iti.
Oh.
No. So prasunaihi surabhihi, prasunaihi sugandhi. Sugandhi is a paryayavachi for surabhi. That's all. Okay.
Bahushakaha. Bahvyaha veda prabhedaha yasya saha iti yadupakshe.
Okay. I just took it as shakha as different branches. But here you can take it as Veda Prabhedaha. That is, he was very well versed in Vedas and that way.
Different branches of the Vedas.
Why Bahvyaha Prabhedaha? Bahavaha prabhedaha is
Bahavaha
enough.
Veda prabhedaha yasya saha, right?
Yes, that is enough.
Vrishni andaka bojadyaneka prabhedaha iti Yaduvamsha pakshe. Vrishni Vamsha, and then that is the Krishna, right? Yaduvamsha
Vrishni Kulam is
Kulam.
Krishna. Bhoja is Kamsa. Andhaka.
Andhaka.
Andhaka, there are many people there. I mean, each one is different.
Okay. Aneka prabhedaha.
I think in the Mahabharata, like the he sends one Akshohini to the other Paksha, right? The leader of that is I think Satyaki always keeps fighting with him, the other guy. He's one of the Bhojas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and I think Satyaki is from one of the other clans, Andhaka or someone. So this is Varshniya. Varshniya is Krishna. So yeah.
Adla Shri Krishna Sakha Vrishni Rishabha Avanidhruk Rajanya Vamsha Dahana Abdi Poham. So there are other clans also that she mentions. Kunti mentions.
That's why it's Aneka Prabhedaha iti Yaduvamsha pakshe. Bahuvitapaha Padapa pakshe. Yadu Santana Padapaha.
Vitapa is branch, Shakha.
Vitapaha. Yadu Santana Padapaha. Yadu Nama Santana Padapaha. Kalpavrikshaha iti Yadu pakshe. Yadu Santana Yeva Santana Padapa iti Yadu Vamsha pakshe. So Yadu Paksha, Yadu Vamsha Paksha, like that we have to keep
and
on
Vriksha.
doing. And Vriksha, Kalpa Vriksha Paksha.
Yes.
Yadu Santana Yeva Santana Padapa iti Yadu Vamsha Pakshe. Suradruma Visheshaha iti Vriksha Pakshe. Kshamatale Bhutale. Buddha Prityai, Vidusham Prityai, Atava Devanam Va Prityai.
This can go for all three. So if you take Vibhuda Prityai as Vidusham Prityai and Devanam Prityai, the Devanam Prityai goes only for Kalpaka Vriksham. But Vidusham Prityai and Devanam Prityai can go for Yadu Paksha and Yadu Vamsha Paksha.
Correct. Devanam Prityai will go for all Paksha, right?
Yes, all Paksha. Yes, Vidusham Prityai will go only for the Upameya Paksha.
Except Pada Paksha, we can
I would take it as Padapa Paksham also, because I said, like how they value the tree a lot. So the tree with a lot of branches and flowers, naturally a person likes it. They will start writing poetry also. Who knows? Yeah.
Visheshaha. Ayam shlokaha yadu varna paramparaya tadvamsha varnana
varnana parataya.
Oh, yeah, ayam shlokaha yadu varna parataya tadvamsha varnana parataya cha yojayitum shakyaha. Tatra yadu varnana pakshe yadoho vadanyata bahuveda shakha vijnanam cha stuyate. Tadvamsha varnana pakshe api vadanyata vrishnyadibhedena tasya vamshasya shakopashaka rupena vruddhischa varnyate.
So ayam shlokaha yadu varnana parataya yojayitum shakyaha. This shloka can be easily fit with respect to parata. Yadu varnana parataya. It can be explained with reference to the description of Yadu or with respect to the description of his Vamsha. Tad Vamsha paratayacha, Vamsha varnana paratayacha, yojayitum shakyaha. Yadu varnana pakshe, when you look at the description of Yadu, then the water being praised here, Yadoho vadanyata. Yadu's charitable nature, and Bahu Veda Shakha Vijnanam. He also has the knowledge of different branches of Vedas. That is being praised here. Tadvamsha Varnana Pakshe Api, when you have to describe with respect to his Vamsha, then there also you can talk about their charitable nature. Bahu Shakha can be, instead of Veda Shakha, you take it as different branches of lineage. Shakha, Upashakha. So Shakha is a main branch, Upashakha are smaller branches that come from one branch. Iti vriddhihi varnyate. This sort of a, it is explained. Actually, Vishesha usually comes later. Bhavarthathukku appuram.
भावः महायशाः यदुः वेदविज्ञानयुक्तः महावदान्यः सन् कल्पवृक्ष इव विबुधानां प्रीतिजनकः आसीत् तद्वंशोऽपि वृष्ण्यादिभेदेन भिन्नोऽपि कल्पवृक्ष इव विबुधतोषकरः एव आसीत् इति भावः.
So what is the meaning?
Yadu was knowledgeable in various branches of Vedas, and he was a very he was a patron to many people. So he was like a kalpa vriksham, wish fulfilling tree. So he was liked by all scholars. He was a likable person to all the scholars, and even his lineage was having many branches like Vrishnya, the Bedaha, and like a kalpa vriksha will have many branches and will please the people who come under it. The Yadavamsha was also having many branches, and all the kings and all the people in that Vamsha were very generous to the people who approached them, and so it was happy, giving happiness to everybody. Okay. So Vibhuda is double meaning, Deva as well as the scholars.
Yes. So you have Slesha here. Santana also has double meaning. Santati as well as Kalpaka Vriksha. Santana Pada. So Yashaf Prasuna ityatra Yadu Santana Padapa ityatra cha Rupaka Samasaha. There is a Yashaha eva Prasunani. So the Yashamsi eva Prasunani. The fame is flower, right? So that also, and Yadu Santana Padapa, there also you have Rupaka Samasam. Sorry, Rupaka Samasa, hence Rupaka Alankara also. Santana Pade Sleshena cha Saha Anupranitaha. When you see the word Anupranitaha, it means Saha Anupranitaha, Saha Rupaka Alankaraha, Sleshena Anupranitaha. It is being helped by this Slesha. So, Rupakam becomes your main alankara and Slesha becomes your anga. Such as Sleshaha, Vibudadi Shabdehi Uttapitaha. We have the Slesha because of the words Vibudha, Shakha. Shakha can also mean, right? Because you can have Shakha as branches of a tree or divisions of Veda. Santana, Vibudha, Adhe Tripi Sunnitake. Correct.
Prasuna, that is only one meaning.
Prasuna is only Prasuna garche only meaning. Pushpa only. Yes. Tasmat slishta rupaka dvayasya sankaraha. There is a slishta rupakam and aslishta rupakam. That is, there is a rupaka without slesha, where you have yashaf prasuna is aslishta rupakam. There is no slesha there. Yadu santana padape tu tatra santana padasya sleshena yuktatvat tatra tu slishta rupakam varattate. These two are together with so they are Sankara Alankara there. Clear?
Modi, I only got 3 different things. You said 4. See, Yadu had, like, Kirti is the Pushpam, and Yadu had the, he was like the fragrant flowers, which are basically Kirti, and he was knowing very many branches of Veda, and he was giving happiness to the Panditas. That is first meaning. Second meaning is Yadu's Vamsham had, that is like a Padapa, that tree had different flowers, which are basically the Kirti, and those fragrant flowered tree was giving happiness to the Panditas. That is the second meaning. Third meaning is Yadu himself was like a Karpaka Vriksham, and he had the fragrance of the Kirti flowers, and he was giving happiness to the Devas by doing all those Yajna Karma and all. Like that, those are the 3 meanings I could get. What is the 4th column?
No, Yadu Paksha, Yadu Vamsha Paksha, and then you can take it as Vriksha Paksham. Kalpaka Vriksha Paksham, or if you want, you can also split it as Santana Padapa Paksham, or you can also take it as plain Padapa Pakshe.
Oh.
அப்படி சொன்னேன். புரியுதா?
So, if you differentiate between the Santana Padapa and plain Padapa, how do we say it?
Then Vibhuda Prityai applies only for Santana Padapam, as in Vidusham Prityai, and Devanam Prityai iti Kalpaka Vriksha Pakshe eva tatra vartate iti.
Oh, okay. Normal tree will give happiness only to the people of this loka, and Kalpaka Vriksha will give happiness to the devas.
Devas. Yes, even for they will give Kalpaka Vriksham gives happiness even to the intelligentsia, because for them they understand that there is a Kalpaka Vriksham and they want to go there.
Yeah,
that way also you can take
it will give. Okay.
Yeah, but Devas don't care about the trees in this world, right? They only
Correct.
want the Kalpaka Vriksham. அதனால அப்படி split பண்ணேன். I don't know.
Okay.
அது இங்க இல்ல.
This word Vibudha and the Shlesha on Vibudha seems to be common, because in Patikavya, in the first shloka also, the same Vibudha comes. Like Ade Shlesha. Abhun Ripo Vibudha Sakaf Parantavaha. Shrutan Vito for Dasharatha's description. Dasharatha iti udakrataha gunairvaram, and it goes on. But the Vibudha, there's an explanation there with the same exact. So it looks like it looks like many kavis are using Vibudha.
I think probably because it's a one word that gives rise to both devas and intelligent, and the Shlesha vechinde they can play around with that, no?
Yeah.
Annala.
And what are the trees in the Devloka? One is the Kalpaka Vriksha. There are 5 trees which can be used as Santana Padapaka, right? Not just Kalpaka Vriksha, right?
அப்படியா? எனக்கு தெரியாது.
Because Kalpaka Vriksha is only one tree in the Indra's Nandavanam.
நந்தவனத்துல என்னன்னாலும் இருக்கும் எனக்கு தெரியல. சந்தான பாதபானா கல்பக விருட்சம் மாத்திரம் தான் நினைச்சேன். I didn't know that there were 5 types of trees and all.
There are 5 Divya Vrikshas, right? There are 5 of them, which comes in Amarakosha in the beginning, in the first chapter, there are 5 divine trees. But I think the wish fulfilling one is only
Mandar. Oh, Devataru, Mandara, Parijata, Santana, Harichandanam. Panchaite Devataravaha, Mandara, Parijatakaha, Santanaha, Kalpavrikshascha, Pumsiva, Harichandanam.
So they are all not Santana Padapa, only Kalpaka Vriksham is that?
தெரியலையே. சந்தானஹா கல்ப விருக்ஷஹாங்கிறது 2 தனியானா எடுத்திருக்காரு.
He has taken they have given. Correct.
See how Apaya Dikshita interprets Vedanta Desika's text is very different. That's all I can say. He takes Santana Padapa as a Kalpaka Vriksha. So
but since Amarakosha gives them a separate names, that means all 5 can be wish fulfilling. All the Deva
that is possible.
Can give that.
That is possible. All can be wish filling. தெரியாது. அதெல்லாம் வந்து you have to go through the Puranas to check out which tree has given some wish for someone.
Correct.
Yashav prasuna surabhihi यदु संतानपादपः बभूव विबुधः प्रीत्यै बहुशाखः क्षमातले वंशे समभवत्तस्य वसुदेवः क्षितीश्वरः जनकः प्राग्भवेयो भूत् देवदानव यूथयोः. Now Vasudeva's story starts from this 27th shloka. Yaha Kshitishwaraha pragbhave, Pragjanmani, in his earlier birth, he was the father of both the Devas and the Asuras. I think he was Kashyapa Prajapati with Diti and Aditi as his wives. Surabhi, Kashyapaha Pura Surabhi Aditi Namnyoho Patnyohongra. Okay. Surabhi and Aditi were his wives in the earlier Janma. So, Yaha Kshitishwaraha Vasudevaha, the one who is a king right now, who was also born in Yadavamsha, Vasudeva, he was in his earlier Janma, he was the Janaka, father of Deva Danava Yuthayoho, for the group of both the Devas and the Danavas, Asuras. He was the father of all of the Devas and Asuras. He married some 13 wives. Avardhane 13 wives Kalyanam Manindar, yeah. And they,
even the Sarpas, Garuda, all kinds
everything. So the entire host of living beings on this earth came from Kashyapa. So he wanted Vishnu as his child, and so he did a big tapas, because of which he was born here as Vasudeva right now. Tasya vamshe, tasya yadoho vamshe, samabhavat, he was born. Okay. Simple, idla onnu vyavaharame illa. Sadharana shlokam. Just that you need the old story here. So yaha kshitishwaraha yo raja pragbhave purvajanmani devadanava yuthayoho deva rakshasa ganayoho. Rakshasa can mean இதெல்லாம் வந்து நமக்கு கரெக்டா தெரியாது. தானவானும் இருக்கலாம், தைத்தியானும் ராட்சசாங்களாம், or even people like Ravana and all who were born to Vishravas who were not part of Danava or Daitya, etc. He is called a Rakshasa abrimba. No matter what, Deva Rakshasa Ganayoho Janakaha Pita Abhut Asit. Saha Vasudevaha Tasya Vamshe Samabhavat. So the one who was the father of both Devas and Danavas, he was born as Vasudeva. Vasudeva Akhyaha Raja Tasya Vamshe Yadoho Vamshe Samabhavat Samajayata. Clear? So Deva Rakshasa Ganayoho Janakaha Kashyapaha Eva Brahmanaha Shapat Yadu Vamshe Vasudeva Namna Samajayata. He got a shapa from Brahma, and that is why he was born in Yadu's Vamsha as Vasudeva. Okay, can you read the story?
विशेषः द्वादशश्लोकोक्तरीत्या यदुवंशस्य उत्तरोत्तरोत्कर्षः वर्ण्यते. देवानां राक्षसानां.
So give the meaning also as you understand.
Okay. In the 12th shloka, as was described in the 12th shloka, it is the kings born later and later in the Yaduvamsha were having more kirti, and that is what is described in this shloka as well. Devanam Rakshasanam cha Janakaha Kashyapaha, the father of both Devas and Rakshasas, he was called Kashyapa Maharishi. Pura Surabhya Aditi Namnayoho Swapatnyor Anurodhena, because of the insistence of his two wives named as Surabhi and Aditi, Varunasya Yagnyadenum Hritva Brahmana Shaptaha. He stole the Yagnya Pashu, the cow of used for which was set aside for a Yagnya, and he stole it because of his wife's insistence, and so he was caught in the crime, and he was cursed by Brahma. Yadu Amshe Vasudeva Namna Ajayata. Therefore, he was born in the Bhulokam in the Yadu Vamsham with the name Vasudeva. Tasya Patnyau api Rohini Devaki Namabhyam Bhuvi Janitva. His two wives also were born in the Bhuloka along with Vasudeva, and they became his wives in Bhuloka also, and their names were Rohini and Devaki. Vasudevasya patnyau abhutam. So they also became wives of Vasudeva in this janma. Harivamsha katha atra yatav. There is a katha, that's a Vishnu Puranam. Where is that?
Mahabharata. Harivamsham. It is the Khilabhaga of Mahabharata. Khilabhagamna, the last portion of Mahabharata is called Harivamsha Puranam. It's also called a Puranam, but it is mainly from Mahabharata.
Okay. Anena Devasya Krishnasya Aditi Garbhajatvam Siddhyati iti Manushatvepi Devatvam Siddhyati. With this katha, the greatest of Devas, Krishna's birth as a son to Aditi is applicable in this Manusha Janma also, because he was born to Devaki, who is is the reincarnation of Aditi in Manusha Janma.
No. So, Manushatve api devatvam siddhyati. Even though he had the quality or he was born a human,
as a human,
but
he is
still
still a
because
deva.
he had Aditi's garbha, so there is a devatvam, there is a divine nature to Krishna here. Because of this story.
But now Aditi herself has become she has become Devaki, and that means she has become a Manush.
She is a Manushya. Yeah, she is Manushya, but not like Kausalya. See, unlike Kausalya, Devaki had a Purva Janma where she was Aditi. These two were cursed by Brahma, and they actually, after the curse, they sat and did tapas and asked for Narayana to be born as their children. As that is why this whole thing happened here. So Kausalya was not any Deva Stri in the earlier Janma, whereas here Aditi was one of the divine mother, right?
And his father also was
progenitor for the Devas, that's right. Prajapati.
So both father and mother had divine qualities in their previous Janma. Therefore, Krishna has divine quality in his Manushya Janma. Atayeva saha Leela Manusha Vigraha iti stuyate. That's why he is praised as the Leela Manusha Vigraha.
Leela Manusham Leelaya yaha Manushyasya Rupam Dhritavan Sayeva Leela Manusha Vigraha. Vigrahana Shariram. One who has the Sharira, body of a human in a very, for just to, as a sport. He just had that. Yeah. So Vamshe Samabhavat.
Who wanted to have only Aditi wanted to have Vishnu as her son. That's why he was born to her, not to Surabhi.
அது எனக்கு தெரியல, அது தேவி பாகவதத்துல கதை இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். We need to go over that. There is a story about how, and she also had, see, Rohini also, she got Balrama as her child, and Balrama is Shesha's avataram. So in some way or the other, Shesha is also one of the Amshavatara of Bhagavan, not Amshavatara, he is a Vyuham. One of the four Chatur Vyuhas, one of the Vyuha is Shesha. Sesha, Shankarshana, there are two more there for him, Sudarshana and all that. So these are all Vyuhavataras for Vyuhavatara of Vishnu, so where he takes an avatara whenever it is necessary, and it will be a Sampurna avataram. It is not an Amsha that comes down. That's all. So in this that way, if you look at it, Surabhi also had Vishnu only as her child.
Correct.
Yeah.
Adishesha.
Vamshe Samabhavat. Actually, Adishesha, innikida Kartala, we were studying Vishnu Puranam, and in Vishnu Purana, the description of Sheshavatara, every adjective that Parashara gives for Adishesha is there for Balrama also. So when he describes the Patala Varnanam, at the end of the Patala Moolasthaha Sheshaha iti Sayeva Anantaha iti Uchyate. Neela Vasaha. He is wearing blue colored dress. Usually when you see descriptions of Balrama, he has Mechaka Vasasi. He has dark colored clothes. He is Gaurangaha. See, Gauranga is Balrama, right? Whereas Krishna is fair complexion. Krishna is very dark complexion. The same, the description for Shesha is, he looks like Kailasa from where Ganga comes about. It seems tatha asti saha iti shweta parvataha iti. He is like a white mountain which is spewing out agni, like a volcano, white volcano madri irkara Sheshavatara. Adukapram langala hastagraha. He has langalam, that is the plow. Halayudhaha iti musalayudhaha. He also has musala in one hand. All of these descriptions are fitting Balrama. Adnala we know that Balrama is Sheshavatara. All symbols there. Okay. Mamshe Samabhavattasya Vasudevah Kritishwaraha Janakah Pragbhaveyo Abhut Devadanava Yuthayoho. He also has another name called ऽऽनकद. So ānakanam cha divyanam dundubhinam cha nisvanaihi sahajatam yam āchakyuhu ākhyaya ānaka dundubhin. When Vasudeva was born, Divya Vadya, there were a lot of Divya, divine instruments that were sounding at the time that he was born. So Divyanam, Ānakanam, Dundubhinam cha Nisvanaihi saha Jataha saha. Vasudeva. So as Vasudeva was born, he was born with the Nisvana sound. So, Nisvanaihi saha Jataha. He was born with the sounds of Anaka and Dundubhi, which are all Divya. Anaka is like a in the percussion instrument. Dundubi is more like a in the sound and the horn sound. Wind instrument. So he was born with these two sounds. That is why Achakyuhu, Akhya Anaka Dundubin, Akhyaya Achakyuhu. Akhyaya, with the name they called Vasudeva as Anaka Dundubi. So if I have to use iti, Anaka Dundubihi iti tam Achakyuhu. If I don't use iti, then you have to put it in Dvitiya Vibhakti here. So yam Anakanam nisvanaihi saha jatam yam tam Akhyaya Anakadundubim Achakyuhu or Anakadundubihi iti Achakyuhu. Achakyuhu ityukte, they called him. Achaste is your latlakaraha. Achakyuhu is in lit.
Lit will not have the a part, right?
No, aha is upasarga. Aang upasarga.
Chakyuhu. Chakyuhu sounds like lit.
Lit, yeah. Ama.
I have a theory on why he's called Anakadundubi, which is because, like in time when a great personage approaches, usually first you'll have all these sounds of clarions and everything, clarions, trumpets, like drums and everything, right? So Krishna's advent is being predicted here by so he's like the clarion, he's the harbinger of Krishna's descent.
Why not?
Or only few more, like 20 years, 30 years, only more before Krishna will be born.
Krishna will be born.
That's it. So he's announcing Krishna basically.
Announcing to the world that the yada dharmasya glanihi bhavati satu bhavatyeva.
Evam.
Chakhyau, chakyatuhu, chakyuhu is litlakara. So ang is your upasarga here. It's actually chakshing iti dhatu. Chakshing vandu adukku edho onnu unde uchyate chakshing varuma. Khyang varum. Chakshingku khyang varum. That's why you have chakyuhu iti khya vartate tatra. And the Aster Buhu irukku. You remember we read Raghuvamsha. Aster Buhu. Dhato sthane ivadeshaha iti. Dhatoho sthane yatha adeshaha bhavati tatha valinaha sthane sugrivaha tatra sthapitaha asit iti. So there we saw the example of Aster Buhu. When Asti dhatu is there for lring or other babhuva, iti bhu dhatu becomes the substitute for asa dhatu in certain lakaras. The same way here also, chakshing kya will come. Chakshingaha khyang is the adesha that comes for chaksh dhatu here. So chaste will be there for lang lakara, whereas if you, lat lakara, if you go to lit matadlala, it will be khyaasyati, akhyaasyati, akhyaatam. Right? So, idilla lot lalam varadu. Lot or even lung, you won't get this kya. Only certain lakaras you will have that kya coming in.
So, should we take the dhatu as kya or as chaksh? Because
chakshing da eduthukonu. Chakshing da eduthukonu.
But this one, like famous and all, is coming, right? The kya has the meaning like to make famous, to elocute.
But khyang kadayade namakku. There is no dhatu called kyang. It is like just a substitute. That's all. The dhatu doesn't come in here. Khyapayati is another dhatu.
Kyati is it's there. Kyat. That one won't work.
But kyang is the substitute for that. I don't know whether he is talking about this dhatu kya or what. Anyway.
Okay.
Pratipadartham padhiga.
प्रतिपदार्थः दिव्यानां स्वर्गलोकगतानां आनकानां पटहानां दुन्दुभीनां च भेरीणां च निस्वनैः ध्वनिभिः सह जातं सह उत्पन्नं यं वसुदेवम् आख्यय नाम्ना आनकदुन्दुभि शब्दवाच्यम् आचक्युः उक्तवन्तः.
Shabdasya vachyam. So Shabda is usually vachakaha. It is the word. Vachya would mean the padartha. He becomes the artham for the word Anaka Dundubi. When I say Anaka Dundubi, it does not mean Anaka, nor does it mean Dundubi, but it points out to the person called Anaka Dundubi, who is Vasudeva.
Vasudeva. That's why it's called Shabda Vachyam. So it is the meaning of the word Anakadundubi, and that refers to a person called Vasudeva. Achakyuhu Uktavantaha. Bhavaha. Ayam cha Vasudevah yataha Anakadundubhinam dvanibhihi saha artat Anakadundubhishu vadyamaneshu jataha ataha Anakadundubhinamna khyataha. So even in the Bhulokam also they'll have these instruments, right? Anakadundubi, or only for Devlokam?
They have these instruments even in the Pataha Dvani dane. Patahana and the Para aduna Pataham.
விசேஷः
முரசு இதெல்லாம் தான் உங்களுக்கு இந்த மங்கள வாத்தியங்கள். Yes. So ayam vasudevah yataha yasmat karanat, because of the reason that he was born with the sounds of Anaka and Dundubi, arthat Anaka Dundubishu vadyamaneshu satsu, when these instruments were being played, jataha Vasudeva was born. Ataha, because of that reason he was known by the name.
So do they play all these loud music when the baby is being born?
They were very happy. So Devalokatla they were sounding all these instruments. Okay. Kartala porandar. Krishna was born in the night. Otherwise they would have made sounds also. But even if they made noises, nobody could hear those noises because Krishna had put one Maya on everybody there.
All over everybody.
This name Anakadundubihi comes in Amarakosha, like in the first chapter. And usually the Vyakyanams will explain whatever is explained here, you did, right? The Vyakyanam says the same thing over there.
Wow. Which means Apaya Dikshita has read Amarakosha also with the Vyakyanam.
Yeah, with the Vyakyanam.
Sure, Ivar Matralla. You go to Nilakanta Dikshita, the way that man brings out references is, I don't know, in 1600s, did he have all those manuscripts at home or what? I don't know. He just quotes from all sorts of texts, It's amazing that family ku vande enna oru bhagyamo theriyala.
Medha Shakti. Smarana Shakti api, because they won't have any storage devices.
Even Mallinatha quotes from like so many koshas, like amazing.
Amazing. Yeah. And he had the time to write Vyakyanam for all 5 texts, no? I mean, I just can't understand the energy of those people.
They'll start working at 5 a.m. and work till 10 p.m.
Their value kadayadunu nenikren. Anyway.
Visheshaha. Anakadundubi vadya dvaya goshaha rajastamo gunayoho abhavasya rohini devaki rupabhyam devi dvayanuvrittaha balarama krishna rupa putra dvaya labhasya cha suchakaha. So because there were 2 instruments, Anaka and Dundubi, they're sounding those 2 at the time of Vasudeva's birth is an indirect reference to that he'll have 2 wives called Rohini and Devaki, and he'll have 2 children called Balarama and Krishna.
And it is also that it is a rajoguna pradhana with, sattoguna
it is
pradhana without any rajas and tamas.
and tamas, devoid of these two rajas tama guna and full of satvika guna.
Yeah, but actually Vasudeva had another child also. He had other wives also
Durga,
there.
Maya Durga.
Adilla.
No, Maya Durga no. Correct.
Gada. Gadaha iti ekaha asit. Gadagrajahana Krishnanak, there are many places, references for Krishna. So Gada was his younger brother.
Sibling.
अना विष्णोः अंशत्वेन तु अत्र विष्णोः अवतारत्वेन तु द्वयोरेव अत्र अवतारः इति कारणात् पुत्रद्वयलाभः इति उक्तम्. The rest are all okay. ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಂಶಂ ತಾನೆ.
Who is the mother for Gada?
There's another wife. So he married and the Devaki oda kuda porandava illaya. That Devaki's Devaka had many children. All of those children he married. All those, some 7 no என்னமோ அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு நம்பர் இருக்கு. ஆமா, some number. He married all of them. Vasudeva married many people. So one of them must have had the child. Yeah.
Just like Chandra married all Dakshas.
So once again, how does ānakad denote sattva?
So because it is divyam and divya pradhanam tu tatra sattvasyaiva tatra pradhanyam vartate iti karanat, and because two instruments are being sounded, both those instruments remove the other qualities which are lesser.
Oh, one for one. One
is removing rajas and another is removing.
அப்படிதான் நான் எடுத்துட்டேன் அத. ரஜஸ் தமோ குணயோஹ அபாவன்னு. So that Vasudeva is a sattva pradhana murti iti.
I see. Okay, got it.
Yeah. ānakaānāṁ ca divyānāṁ dundubhīnāṁ ca nisvanaihi sahajatam vyamāchakyuhu ākhyaya ānaka dundubhim. And the next one needs a little explanation, so we'll do it next class. Vande Vrindavanacharam Vallavi Jana Vallabham Jayanti Sambhavam Dhama Vaijayanti Vibhushanam.